So, like I was saying a second ago, uh, everyone's like isolated themselves, essentially. So your character, uh, more stuff on the table. Your character is just, as they've been talking about, delivering stuff. See, we got a lot of product placement here in Death Stranding. Deliveries he makes are, of course, important, but they're kind of important also because, like, no one else is willing to actually go outside. Right? And a lot of people can't make it past the month. Yeah. If he dies, he just comes back to life. He can, what's called in the game, a repatriate. Well, that's part of the game mechanics. But if you die, you also explode, so that's not good. I want to avoid that. The void outs that they were talking about earlier. The things you fight the monsters with are your fluids. We got this whole situation where they advertise this show. Yeah, your piss and your poop and your blood all are used to fight the monsters. So they're talking about chiral printers here. So the underworld can be used, like energy from it can be used to link things up. That's the chiral network that they're talking about. And then you can do almost anything afterwards with energy from it. Downside is that connection brings you into contact with BTs. Like, BTs are just, I think, bad things. They're the floating shadow people. So, once I get my orientation, oh god. You can probably see the game itself is mostly just a walking with many cutscenes. So many cutscenes.
Anybody home?
So, the reason to
Don't mind me.
like other people's stuff is it creates a stronger connection
Have a pleasant journey.
with the other players, and that makes more of their stuff show up in your game. When it's just the signs, it doesn't matter that much, but later it'll be bridges, ladders, ropes, all sorts of stuff. That's a pretty big deal. So the gameplay loop here is that you don't want to drop any of your stuff, which is not normally that bad, depending on how fast you're trying to go. And then on top of that, you have to avoid the different hazards the game presents. There's basically environmental hazards. There's the mules they were talking about, which are just NPCs that'll attack you. And then there's the BTs, which are the supernatural hazards. So my only problem with this game is that I do sometimes... Oh. Knocking my smoke-emitting cargo off of me. Why are there so many? Damaging all my cargo. Well, they have little sensor things too. How many of them are there? I really need to figure out how to use this smoke emitting cargo situation here. I can see you, dude. Alright. Anyway. The big deal here that I can't figure out how to use items. Gonna drive me insane. Oh no. I've made many mistakes. What is that? Oh, that's like a javelin. Oh, Jesus. My container repair spray alone. I was having this problem yesterday. We're just gonna... Oh, they're trying to leave me. That's unpleasant. This goofy ass game. Oh, my package. I need that. Oh, they stole it. No. Alright, that's... what's happening here? Oh, your boy's getting faint. Am I about to pass out? Oh no. Stealing my stuff! Oh no. I got knocked out. Alright. All cargo is stolen. Now I have to go in there and actually, I guess this is because the stuff's not actually cargo. Alright, so we're gonna try to go around these little radar pins these guys have planted everywhere. The goal here is to try to sneak over to this post box without having to fight infinity mules. I have not succeeded. You know how you do. You just sneak while carrying like 80 kilograms of stuff. Oh, they coordinate with that. Alright, well I'm beating this guy to death first. Yeah, my original thought not to fight all these guys I think was incorrect. I got knocked out again. Alright, so... I genuinely can't fight all. The reason that they're all walking over here, because there's tall grass over there. I think what the game expects me to do is creep around to hide in the tall grass. Hopefully, I don't have too much stuff and I can actually do it. This entire path is tall grass. In my earlier play, I encountered a much smaller camp, and I was able to just fight them. Oh, I can't fight those. No, that's... oh shit. I bet he can hear me if I move. And then he'll come looking for me on the tall grass. He tripped. Does that make sense? Is that a hologram? So no one else is... oh. I was about to say no one else has gone this way.
I'm Sam.
Oh. Wonder if I guess that means no one else is playing. So when I last played this, when you yelled other time, you'd hear people yell back, the other players. And I was worried I was gonna have a real rough time there. Turns out I was just doing a puzzle wrong.
I need you to understand something. It's about Fragile. You might have heard she helped terrorists, that she didn't care who got hurt. But I'm telling you, that's gotta be bullshit. Her and her people put their lives on the line to get us what we needed. She's a hero through and through. Look, I was born in this shelter. The only world I've ever known is within these walls. So when people talk about America, I can't even begin to imagine it. But if that Cupid connects me to everyone else, I won't have to. So yeah, I want to join the UCA. I want to see what I've been missing.
is what I was talking about stuff that's placed by other players. Kind of like Dark Souls, I guess, in a way, except instead of only messages,
Thanks for the help.
you actually get
Today's
stuff
a good
that
day.
genuinely changes your experience with
This
the
one's
game.
for you.
The only time the game really seems to punish you is when you try to do something that's not what you're supposed to be doing. You're stubborn, try to do things the hard way, not trying to see if there was a reasonable, easier way to do them. No need to run across terrain like this, my dude. Oh wow. Game got really pretty all of a sudden. Yeah.
You are my lifeline. I've only managed to get this far thanks to porters, and you don't ask for anything in return. You have my gratitude. Let's see how's the package. Wow, this is great. Excellent job, thank you. Ah, so you're here on behalf of Fragile Express. Please tell me you put the terrorists behind you. When Fragile, the daughter of the founder, started associating with other couriers, things started getting scary around here. Rumors say that she caused the explosion at Middle Knot City, and there's a part of me that believes it. Of course, she could be just another one of their victims. Are you connecting the chiral network?
Yeah, my dude.
I don't mind a contract with Bridges, but I'm not going to join the UCA. Go ahead if you're fine with that.
Here's I don't have anyone watching right at this moment. Upwards. Oh. Yeah. Come along, wait and see. Probably a good opportunity.
It's just asking for trouble. Sorry. It's been a while since I last talked to anyone. Travel safe. See you around, then.